In 2030, the vision 2030 of Zimbabwe will be fulfilled, but the notion of leaving no one behind, will it be fulfilled? Is everyone marching towards 2030 with the mindset and with the expectations that they might also benefit from this vision? You see, 2030, the vision.
Oh, listening.
Yes, sir.
Bonjour à tous. Bonjour à tous. Bonsoir la famille. Bonjour tout le monde.
I think maybe we have another meeting on citizen.
According to the United Nations Agency, by the end of April 2025 last year, over 122 million people were displaced within Africa. This was including countries like the Democratic Republic of Congo, people in South Sudan, we go in Kenya, in Uganda, some in Rwanda and Burundi. And currently, if we analyze it deeply, in Zimbabwe we have more than 20,000 refugees residing in Zimbabwe. I think you didn't even know, but now you know, right? These people are protected by the 1951 Convention of the United Nations for Refugees and its 1967 Protocol, which states in Article 18, 16, and 17 that a refugee has the right to be protected, has the right to work, has the right to trade, and has the right to practice a certain professional trade. But however, when we now look at Zimbabwe, it seems it presents a certain package which is different, as it's really helpful and it has been a savior to accommodate them, but while least also being a police and also future of refugees. In which sense? In a sense that Zimbabwe follows the securitization theory, which was introduced by James Miller in the 1990s, something somewhere there, which states that a nation has to securitize itself or secure itself from threats, external threats. So this has led to Zimbabwe giving a certain exclusion in that 1951 convention, as according to the Refugees Act of Zimbabwe, which is chapter 4.3, in section 12, it states that refugees stay. This is where we see now the encampment policy. The encampment policy, this is a policy which states that a refugee cannot leave or cannot travel outside of their area without a gate pass or any sense of document being authorized by the authorities. So this has made stagnancy and also put a certain halt to the futures and the hopes of refugees, while at least being thankful for having a place of peace. But growth is quite stagnant, making it inevitable for many to be aid dependency, not graduating or using the graduation approach. This has led to many people now, or many refugees, I can say, living in a life that is quite beneath and below the citizen's life. And as we see this, we can tell that it's not only Zimbabwe that is using this method. There are many other countries. If we look at Malawi, which is quite brutal, like it's more deep in it, as it also uses force to return all the refugees which go in the urban back to their area in Dzaleka refugee camp. As well, Zimbabwe, we can see the Tongogara refugee camp. Many don't know it, but it's located in Chipinge, somewhere at the outskirts of the country, somewhere beneath there. And also, if we also analyze Tanzania, which in January, if I'm not mistaken, in 2026, it declared that all the refugees have to return to their nations or their country like this is called a local repatriation, though it's stated that the refugees voluntarily also agreed to it. But at the end of the day, it's not about what the refugees are reacting to, but it's about the reaction that is being triggered towards refugees. So my fellow fans, family and friends, refugees are being left with only an option to either remain silent, live a peaceful life, or go back home where your life itself is a threat. This is also seen as we can see the Oxford professor Alexander Betts recommended something. He said that refugees can aid in the economy. This is where now I come in with my idea of saying that refugees can be included within the economy of Zimbabwe. And this will boost the economy of Zimbabwe. As we see currently right now, there are many refugee-led organizations, there are many refugee camps, refugee entrepreneurship schemes, and many more, which has been recognized internationally through the social innovation hubs and even academies and even international scholarships. So right now, it will be a big mistake for Zimbabwe to leave these skilled people to go out, or these skilled people to remain with their skills but not showing any results in it. The Shirika plan, which was initiated for refugees to lead to local integration, has really been effective and quite efficient, as many refugees now work, and it has impacted the economy. Zambia also has initiated a local integration scheme. This is a settlement scheme, which has many refugees have been included in the system by giving them farms for them to farm and being integrated. And I can say there are also promises right now in Zimbabwe of the Tongogara refugee camp to becoming a local integration. As it's not a camp again, it's now a settlement, which is great news. And also we have seen that land has been given to them, and there's been initiatives, businesses, vocational skills for refugees, which are all signs that maybe in 2030, maybe the leaving no one behind is in effect right now, but behind the curtains. Vision 2030 is aligned and is really a necessity to Zimbabwe. But for it to be fulfilled to its maximum capacity, everyone should be included and everyone should be in it. Just as they say, right? So that also means refugees have a part to play in it. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for subscribing and liking, but I hope you comment and what do you think on the situation currently happening in Zimbabwe. I hope you'll be there in the next video. Thank you so much.